Hey, this is Kurt from Hard Mode Gamers, and today I wanted to talk about the galaxy map in Mass Effect Andromeda. Despite feeling like a filler animation to many, I thought that the galactic travel portion of using the galaxy map to go between planets and systems was one of the best parts of the game on offer. Or rather, it almost was. In the original Mass Effect games, you could travel from system to system, discovering tons of new planets to learn and read about. This was especially emphasized in the interesting but flawed resource mining minigame from Mass Effect 2. Many people thought it was tedious, so they patched it, and that made the mode a lot easier and less time-consuming. But the fact that they put up so much detail into every individual discoverable planet was a nice touch in that game. But then, when Mass Effect 3 rolled around, the resource game was further reduced to sending probes to single planets. After you were done with them, with the entire galaxy at stake, you had little reason to go to the planets you didn't need anything from. Mass Effect Andromeda should have been different though. You've just arrived in an entirely new galaxy. It's not a new system, not a new cluster, an entire galaxy of planets and stars. The real Andromeda has roughly 1 trillion stars and literally countless possibilities for different kinds of planets to find. When I first traveled on the galaxy map and watched as you physically move away from your location, jump into FTL, and then physically go to the planet you selected, I was excited. This is what a game with a focus on exploration should be like. This really put me into the mentality that Andromeda was big, wide open, and with endless possibilities. It wasn't though. The thrill of traveling around to find sustainable planets is quickly snapped away from the player as soon as you start and discover that, well, the only planets you can really go to and land on are the ones that were already designated to be explored. Now, I'm not expecting every single planet to be capable of landing on it, of course not. But I wanted more to do with the interstellar travel than what was offered. Besides occasionally getting a ping to find a wrecked shuttle or a huge asteroid to mine, most of the systems are just set dressing for what is otherwise an empty galaxy. It didn't have to be that way though. Indeed, you can fly to planets and read what they are all about, but besides some hard facts in a sentence or two, if you find a planet that doesn't have anything for you, why stop there at all? At least in Mass Effect 2, you could mine every individual planet. Even if it's not a fun mechanic, in the Andromeda setting, the idea of discovering planets rich in minerals you need may have been a nice touch. Instead, even when you travel to a system, you rarely get anything more than one planet with a handful of resources and then nothing else for the entire system. This is made worse when several of the descriptions say that a planet you find can be mined for resources, but you still can't do anything there anyway. No probing, no scanning, not even a bookmark to send home to mine the planet later. You show up, and if there's nothing to scan there, you take off again and go somewhere else. That made the traveling a bit anticlimactic, because when you fly over from planet to planet with the thunderous roar of the Tempest engines, it feels exciting to hop around. But once you realize your efforts will go vastly underpaid as you find nothing after nothing, the will to do some exploring diminishes. This was the biggest mistake of the travel system and where they went wrong with the galaxy map. There needed to be more to do. More reason to travel to all these systems. As I've said before, this is a whole new galaxy. And besides the indigenous race you find there historically hasn't been a whole lot of exploration done in this galaxy. There's no Galactic Council or Alliance who was here before you. You are the explorers this time. You should be going out there and cataloging all of these planets. So much work was put into making it seem like Andromeda has a lot to see, but doesn't really reward you at all for trying to see everything. And that's sad because so much effort was put into making it look like you are really traveling from planet to planet. Not to mention that when you arrive at a planet, if you leave the galaxy map, you'll find that your ship is parked wherever you last stopped at, right outside your ship's windows. During my time with the game, there was a point where I had to speak with almost half my crew to fulfill some quests. So, I stopped my ship in an asteroid belt just for the aesthetics, and went around talking to everyone. It was nice to have that touch of being at the planet I last stopped at, and talking to everybody around me. It didn't feel like a cabinet, the way the older Mass Effects did with the ship. When I did finally finish the game, I wanted to explore more. But time after time, I found that it wasn't worth it because so many planets had nothing to offer, plot-wise or gameplay-wise. It just turned out to be stuff to see. Most of the planets didn't even have that much to read in their descriptions when it came to it. That really is too bad, because the potential to make some real good exploration-focused gameplay was dismissed long before it could have been fully realized. At this point, maybe bringing back the Mass Effect 2 Minerals game would even be a welcome diversion compared to what's actually available here. Still, the aesthetics alone are stellar to say the least. Despite being absolutely sick of the takeoff and landing animations for the habitats you go to and from, I never got sick of the travel on the galaxy map. That's why I think that the galaxy travel was one of the best parts of this game, and that if fully realized, it can be even greater. So, if you like this video, please like and subscribe this channel. Am I wrong? Did I miss anything? Comment below and tell me what you think would improve the galaxy map. And thanks for watching.